Hi, my name is Nicky and I'm from Wuji Wellbeing, and welcome to this 7-day, 7-minute Qigong challenge. So we are living in a world where a lot of people are feeling a bit disconnected. So we are going 100 miles an hour, and what Qigong is about, Qi means energy and Gong means to work with. So it's about reconnecting to yourself, but it's a lot more than that. So it's reconnecting to yourself. So it's grounding, coming into your environment, into your space. So ideally we'd like to be out in nature, and there's so many benefits to exercising in nature, but we know that that's not always possible. So what this 7-day, 7-minute challenge is going to do, it's going to bring the Qigong to you. So you can do it inside. You could be making a cup of tea, you've got time there to do your 7 minutes, or you're waiting for your pot noodle to brew. So we just want to make it accessible. Also, we're studying, we're spending a lot more time on computers. So what can we do with our devices? So disconnect from there, just have a minute's break, reconnect to the body, and just open up, because we hold a lot of tension. And when we hold tension, what happens is we start to feel dis-ease, as we say. So we'll start to develop, we can develop pain and problems. So what we're looking about is coming back into the body and reconnecting to self, but also reconnecting to the community around you as well. So it's really nice if you're having a break to get a couple of your colleagues up and you can do these exercises together. It would be lovely, because that's what Qigong is about. It's about community as well. So just a few safety things. So obviously if you're going to exercise, you just need to make sure you're feeling well. If you do it, everything's an invitation. So if you're doing a movement and it doesn't feel right to you, stop doing it, or adapt the movement. It's listening to your body. It's about reconnecting to yourself. So, and if you're unsure for any reason if you could participate safely, you might just check in with your GP before you start. And there's a few things, just safety things. So, obviously we said you could be brewing a cup of tea. Just make sure you've got plenty of space around that. So you're going to have to be able to take your arms out to the side, take your arms above your head. And we are going to have the seated options as well. So there's no excuses. You can do it sat down, you can do it stood up. There's lots of different options, and it's nice to have those options as well. But what this is about is carving out 7 minutes for you, because it's really important for you to choose you, because what it's about is showing up for yourself. And when you show up for yourself, you're also showing up for others, because often we forget about that. We're so busy in our busy world, doing what we've got to do, work, family, etc., etc. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a quick posture. So it'll be something just to be aware of if you are, in terms of when you're doing the routines. So you're going to be standing shoulder width apart. I take the movements from Qigong, take inspiration from nature. So it's always good when we go to the start. I'm just rocking foot to foot here. So it's just having awareness about where your feet are in space, consciously slowing down, coming back into the body. Can you feel your heel? Can you feel the base of the big toe, base of the little toe? And then we come to stillness. You've got a nice long spine, so like the tree trunk. And then like the crown of the tree reaches up to the sun, we're keeping a nice long spine throughout the movements. We don't want to be building up any tension around the pelvis or jaw, so just make sure your shoulders aren't starting to shrug up as we're going through the movements. And what we are doing as we move through, you've got a softness to the knees. We're not locking any of the joints out. The movements, I will demonstrate the full range, but you might, so for instance, there's a movement when I do this, it's called bear swimming. It's just the full range. You might think, okay, I can just move with this, and that's absolutely fine. Everyone is working within what feels right to them. So feet on the floor, we've got the nice long spine, and what we also want to be just aware of is the position of your pelvis. So your pelvis has 2 big large bones, and then in the centre there's a triangular bone. Now what you're going to imagine, there's a little weight on that triangular bone, and it's weighted down to the ground the full time. So what we're not doing, we're not tucking under, we're not sticking the bottom out. It's somewhere in between, and it's almost like we've got that weight down to the ground. And when we've got that weight, we're keeping our stability, but you've also got a bit of softness to the knees. And we're good to go. Other than, the only thing I would say, if we've got the space, is if your balance isn't so good, is just think about having something, you know, to hold on to, like something that's not going to move. And with that in mind, if you are going to do the exercises on a chair, just make sure it's not a chair with wheels on, it's a chair that's nice and stable, so you're going to feel confident to do the movements. Let's get started.